Hello, my name is Ralph, and I'm one of the people who helped build the LifeEar core product. And I want to show you how it works and go through all the cool features that we've put into it. And to get started on that, you're going to need to install the LifeEar app on your smartphone or mobile device. And you can do that either by going to the App Store and searching LifeEar, or you can open the browser and then you can go to lifear.com and you should be able to find a big button saying go to the Apple Store or go to Google Play Store. And if you press that, then you can also install the app. So let's get started. And this is the first time I'm opening the app. So in this screen, I can create a new account, log in with an existing account, or I can even use my Facebook account to log in. In this case, I'll just create a new account. At the top, I need to fill in my email address. So that's what I'm going to do. Here.com. I have to choose a password. Let me choose one that I can remember. It has to be 8 characters long. And then I press Create New Account. And now it's sending an email to my email address with a link so that I can confirm my email address. And in comes my email. So let's go and open that one up. And it has a link which I have to click. So I'll click the link. And it says email has been confirmed. I can now start using the LifeEar app. And I'll go and say open the app. And I'll open the app up. And it says account creation was successful. So let's continue the setup. In my case, I've bought 2 LifeEars, so I'm going to set up both ears. So I clicked both ears, and now it asks me to remove the hearing aid from the box, the right one, and then I have to insert the battery. So I'll take out the right hearing aid, which is also the red color, and I'm going to need the batteries, which I have here. And these batteries, if I take them out, I see that they have this label or sticker still attached. I'm going to have to take that sticker off so that it comes into contact with air. And once it's in contact with air, it will start giving power, these batteries. So this is one I've already opened a few minutes ago to save some time. And I'm going to want to put it into the LifeEar core. And the battery door, that can be found at the bottom, and I can open it by pulling it out at the bottom. And I'll show you from the side as well. There is this extra piece of plastic where you can put your finger behind so you can easily open the door. And then I'm going to have to put the battery in. The battery will have 2 different sides. It has a completely flat side, and it also has a bottom side which has a bit sort of sticking out a bit. And it's this bottom side which you want to put into the bottom, like so. And then you can see that the top side is nice and flat and the battery door closes. If you put it in the wrong way around, like this, then the battery door won't close, so you can't put it in sort of the wrong way around without knowing. So let's put it back in the right way around, close it up, and I'll go and switch back and see what's happening in the app. So let's press the button Next. And it is now searching for my hearing aid, and it's found it. So that's good news. I'll press Next again. And it says that there will be a message that appears or pops out, and will ask me if I want to pair the device in my iPhone. And that means that I will give permission to the app to use the Bluetooth to communicate with the hearing aid. So I'll press Next. Here is the message. Bluetooth pairing request. Would you like to pair with your iPhone? Yes, I do, and I'll press pair. If you have an Android phone, you will also get a similar message, only the text will be slightly different. So you have to pair that so they can start and communicate. So I've paired it with my phone, and let's press Next. Now it's going to ask me to do the same thing for the left hearing aid. Now we get to the best part where I can start personalizing the hearing aid. What will happen is that the hearing aid will play tones at different volumes, and in the app I will have to say if I've been able to hear this tone. And I do still want to mention that this is not an official medical evaluation or test. If you need medical advice or a diagnosis, please visit an appropriately trained medical professional. This screen shows me again the warning that this is not a medical evaluation or test. But let's get started and create my personal profile. The first thing it will ask is, am I using the default fin tubes that are attached to the hearing aid? The tube is this plastic part of the hearing aid here with the tip also attached to it. When you take the hearing aid out of the box, the default fin tube that the app is talking about is already attached to your device. If you look in your box and in the accessory compartment, there's also a high volume kit. And this high volume kit is a thicker version of this tube, which will give you a higher volume. I'm going to use the default fin tubes that are attached to start off with. So I'll press yes. Now it's going to check if I'm connected to the internet. It needs the internet connection for the personalization process to work correctly. Now it's asking to access the microphone of my phone. And the reason why it's asking this is we want to check if you are really in a quiet enough place to do this personalization. We won't use the microphone at any other point anywhere else in the app. So it's only just for checking if you are in a quiet place. So let's allow that and make sure I am in a quiet place, because if you're in a very loud and noisy place, then you won't get the best results, because then some tones that you might have heard later on in the test, you cannot hear because of a noisy truck or anything sitting outside. Okay, so now I am going to put my hearing aids on, and when I'm ready, I'll do a short practice round. And I've forgotten which one is left, which one is right. And there's an easy way to tell, because as you can see, these tips, they point in a certain direction. And I want to make sure that when I wear them, that they're pointing inwards towards my head in this manner. So I know that this one should go on this side, because if it's going on the other side, then it's going to be facing the wrong direction. So let's grab the hearing aid at the top and place it on top of my ear, like this. And then I can put in the tip into my ear canal, and I gently massage it in until it's sitting comfortably. And then, as you can see, I still have this plastic piece which I can nicely tuck away here. And then I should be wearing it. Let's do the same for the other side. I'm gonna grab it, place it on top, and this time I'm going to use two hands because that's a little bit easier for me. And I'm going to put it into the ear canal, and then I'm going to tuck away that last bit. Back to the app. Now we get to the best part where I can start personalizing the hearing aid. What will happen is that the hearing aid will play tones at different volumes, and in the app I will have to say if I've been able to hear this tone. And I do still want to mention that this is not an official medical evaluation or test. If you need medical advice or a diagnosis, please visit an appropriately trained medical professional. I am ready to start the practice round. Let's get familiar with the personalization process. I have the hearing aids in my ear, and every time I hear a tone, I press the button. And the tone is now going beep. I can hear that, so I'll press it. Again beep, but a little bit softer, so I'll press it again. Not hearing anything this time. I hear a tone. I'll press it. I'm hearing it again. I can also hear that fine. Okay, so I think I've got a hang of it and I'm able to get started. And this will take about 10 minutes, so make sure you're nice and comfortable. And let's begin the whole personalization process. That's good. I have completed the whole personal profile. So let's see what my profile says. As I can see, my left ear needs less amplification than my right ear. And for my right ear, I want the high tones will need to be amplified a bit more, while the low tones are perfect. And I see something similar again for my left ear. So I can just swipe in between and I can see it all. And I recognize this, so I'll just say finish and customize. And it will ask me what is my date of birth, what is my gender. We need this because the date of birth, it has effect on what the best result is for hearing conversations. So let me fill in my date of birth. And the gender is also needed for getting the best results. Males prefer to have slightly more amplification than females for getting the best conversations. And then I say configure my hearing aids. And it's personalizing. And now my hearing aids are completely ready. This is to tell you that a hearing aid is different than a pair of glasses. It may take some time to get used to. So let's start using the app. Your brain with these hearing aids will be getting a lot of new sounds, like the ticking of a clock or the humming of my refrigerator. And in the beginning, it takes some time to prioritize these new sounds. And that does mean that in the beginning, wearing these hearing aids can be quite tiring. But please do not give up and wear them as much as possible, because within a few weeks, you will be fully practiced and happy that you're using them. So let's take a look at the app. Now we have set up everything and done the personalization. I am now in the dashboard, and in the dashboard I can easily change the volume of the hearing aid by pressing the plus button, and if I press the plus button it goes all the way up, or I can press the minus button to take it down again. If I want, I can also change the volume only of the left ear with this slider at the side, or the same is true for the right ear. But I prefer to have them equally loud because that's what's working best for me. And the next thing is the programs. And the programs, you can change this if you are in different settings. So the first program, that's the automatic program. That one will do its best to adapt to whatever sounds are in your surroundings. But if you're at home and you're nice and quiet just watching the television, then you can probably better use the second program called Quiet. Then we have the third program, that's the conversation. This is good if you're having a small conversation with 3 to 5 people. But it's also possible you're sitting at a restaurant or at a birthday party and it's quite noisy and you just want to hear the people sitting directly next to you, and you want all the other noise suppressed, then you should change to the restaurant program. So those are the 4 programs you can choose. Then at the bottom we also see a menu. So you can go to your dashboard, or if I press the personal profile menu, I get to the personal profile. Here I can restart the whole personal profile setup that we've done earlier. We have a menu for settings. Here I can change my user data, like what's my date of birth, or what is my gender, but that's not too, not something I'm going to use too often. And I have also the advanced details regarding the left or my right ear, which I can see here. Finally, if I go to supports, I can quickly visit the frequently asked questions, and please feel free to just call customer support or mail customer support so that we can help you. And then there's also some other fun stuff to read, like the privacy policy and the terms and conditions. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it's been useful and given you a good idea of what the LifeEar Core can do.